Okay, you guys, you really want to know how the rich get richer, right? Like, we're all upset at the 1%, right? How do they do it? How do those, right? Because if we're going to be angry about something, let's at least understand it, right? Like, how do they do it? And in fact, how can we do it, right? So let me tell you this little secret that I know about being a real estate investor. I'm not in the 1%. No one tar and feather me, right? But I, would like to improve my financial position in the world, right? So here's what I understand. Let me give you guys just two ways that the rich get richer. First and foremost, one that I've actively done is I saved up money, scrimped and saved, beans and rice, just like what Dave Ramsey says, and I bought myself a house. Then I rented out all the rooms to complete strangers, was very uncomfortable, didn't like it, but I was like, I gotta do this. I gotta do things that make me uncomfortable to get what I want. So I did that, rented out the rooms, saved up more money, and then I bought a fourplex. I bought a 4-unit building, and I moved into it, and I lived in one of the apartments, and I rented out the other to strangers, right? The other units. The next thing I did was I saved up more money, and I scrimped and I saved even more. And then I fixed up a couple of these units. I actually fixed up only half of the building. I was in one unit, not remodeled. There was people below me, not remodeled, and I remodeled the other half of the building. I bought the property for $680,000, and about a year and a half later, maybe a year and a half later, something like that, I went to go get what is called a home equity line of credit against that property, because I now have an asset, right? I have an asset where I've increased rents because I'm an evil landlord, and I fixed up the property because I'm an evil landlord, and I got higher rents for the units that were remodeled, right? So now the property is generating more income, and it's in better condition. And of course, I bought the property for $680,000. I put $60,000 down, so now I only owed $620,000 on a property that was appraised at $825,000 at the time, being only half remodeled. And I was able to find a lender to give me a 100% loan to value home equity line of credit. That's a very, very rare product. You may not find it. This is a very special circumstance. I happen to live in the property. They don't offer that anymore. Finding it for 4 units is really tough. Blah, 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 blah. But I did. And they gave me a line of credit for $200,000, which is insane. Now I have a credit card for $200,000 on it. So what did I do? Well, of course, I went shopping for another deal. I didn't buy anything else, right? I didn't buy a TV. I didn't buy a boat. I didn't buy anything nice. I took $150,000 from that line of credit, the first fourplex, the equity in the home, and I bought another fourplex. So one fourplex bought me another fourplex. And that is how the rich get richer, right? They leverage assets against each other to get more and more and more. Strategy number 2. Fourplex number 2, the one that I bought with the equity from fourplex number 1, I can borrow against that fourplex. And in this particular instance, I can't do a home equity line of credit because the economy shifted. I don't live there anymore. It's just not available. I haven't been able to find it. But I have found a product where they will let me borrow around $100,000 in equity from this fourplex that I didn't. Of course, I remodeled it, put my own money into it, blood, sweat, and tears, blah, 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 blah. Nobody cares about the hard work. But I bought it because of fourplex number 1. And then I'm able to borrow another $100,000 from that property at 10% and maybe go do a flip, or maybe do 2, or put money into a new business, or put money into marketing for wholesaling, right? So now I have this asset that I didn't even really buy, my first fourplex did, and I can borrow money against that one, and I can go do more business, do more deals, fix and flip, find more off-market deals, right? Invest in a completely different business that's not real estate related. So, and I haven't done that yet, but I'm just saying I could. I've looked into it. I've been approved for that. because the equity is there. So I want to let you guys know, if you're upset at the rich getting richer and the 1%, and you want to know how they do it, you want to improve your financial position in this world, here's what I recommend. Scrimping and saving like your life depends on it. Unless you're a trust fund baby, then don't listen to anything I've said, because I didn't have that. If somebody's willing, if mommy and daddy or somebody's willing to give you a handout and give you a bunch of money, then don't listen to me, because I didn't get that either. But if you're in my position, coming from a trailer park with a single family household, and you didn't have any money and you needed to scrimp and save and try to, get somewhere in this world, that's what I'd recommend. I'd recommend beans and rice, rice and beans, working 7 days a week, making every little penny that you can. Just work, save. Work, save some more, right? So that's what I would recommend. And then buy an asset. Improve that asset. Borrow against that asset. Get another asset. And rinse and repeat as often as you possibly can. If you want to get rich, if you want to get wealthy, if you want to get ahead of everyone else, if you want to break the generational curse of poverty in your family, that's how you do it.